Well, I'm just happy that people watch the show. I'm glad people connected to it and found something in it to watch it on a regular basis. I'm very thrilled that we get a chance to do a season 2, because the story continues and there's so much more to tell. And it's great to tell just 15 episodes a season, because you get to sort of keep things tight and fast-paced. But at the same time, I have so much story. I hope people continue to watch it, because I think we can do a better show. I think we can make it even better. I think we can make it richer. Now the characters are sort of alive, and I think they can breathe even, and we can go deeper and farther, and it can be scarier and more dramatic, and
Someone mentioned moving away from the FBI
Yes.
a little bit, and you not wanting them to be dumb or appear dumb. I know that was
Wait, the FBI is dumb? I'm sorry. What are you trying to say?
I'm trying
Trust
to
me.
ask you what your plans are with the FBI. If you're moving around away from them, and how.
Oh my God, we cannot win with the FBI. It's always meant for our heroes to be underdogs, and they just got a little too. But the problem with a show like this, where the premise is flawed is exactly that. It's a serialized show, not a procedural. You don't catch the bad guy at the end of every episode. So you can always catch a bad guy or a follower, or you can save the damsel in distress, but you can't find Joe Carroll, and you can't catch Joe Carroll. So therein lies sort of the rub and the difficulty. And even, we have an FBI consultant, or you have everything you do, you never win, because if something happens that it just all went to hell. But one of the things, we learned a lot about that. One of the things we're doing this year is the FBI won't be so stupid. And the main reason is the show won't be in the FBI. Ryan Hardy was brought in as a consultant, and he's not this year, in the season 2. He's living his own life, and he refuses to be a part of anything the FBI has going. And so the FBI will be a part of the show, but they're not the A story. And I think that's going to be the biggest difference. The whole tone of the show is different. It's not an FBI chase. Ryan Hardy and his life, and how he's being challenged by his new evil.
And I want to ask you a question I know you hate to answer, which is there going to be a Scream 5?
Oh, Scream 5. You know what? You're asking the wrong person, because I don't know. I mean, when I was involved, I was pitched a Scream 4, 5, and 6, and clearly there's some problems with my participation, and I'm not involved anymore. And so you got to ask the Weinsteins. I asked, maybe West knows, but last time I talked to West, he said neither one of us have been approached about it.
So does Team 5 more creativity?
Well, I heard they're doing a Scream series. I heard there's going to be a Scream series on MTV. Yeah, they're developing it. Yeah, they're developing it.
If Ryan is focused, how are you going to keep the rest of the characters like Weston?
Well, what's interesting is Weston is still an agent. He's when we come across Weston, he's it's been a year later, and he's had a lot of he's been damaged by the events of last year. And the Havenport, Deborah Parker is weighing heavily on him, and he sort of has taken a year off. And so when we come across, it'll be interesting to see how he is a lot of ways he's become a little bit like Ryan Hardy was. And so we get to sort of parallel the two of them, and that relationship between Ryan and Weston is going to be sort of a core relationship through the whole season. And that's going to be sort of one of the things we're going to explore, and and who they are to each other a year later.
Meanwhile, the cult is all still.
Well, there were like 8. There were 8 known followers that were left out there. Emma Hill being one of them. And then are there? Did those 8 find 8 more? And did they find 8 more? That's part of the show. But but yes, we're definitely bringing in some new villains, some new followers, and we're also bringing in some new good characters. Some just like Ryan's niece will be.
So how do you go about avoiding the second season?
What's the second season? I don't know. What?
Well, normally what happens is if a show has a great first season, and there's a little drop off in the second season.
Oh no, we had a good season. Now we get to have the great season. So
Thank you guys.
I love second seasons. That was you just get to do it, but better. I hope.